the Pope Folk Community for Justice. And I'm Apostle Cecil Hatchett. And I wanted just to congratulate all you wonderful women out there. Today is Mother's Day. And I just want to extend a happy Mother's Day to all you wonderful women, period. Married or not married, or got married, used to be married, want to be married, gonna get married. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, all that good stuff. Happy anniversary, or whatever titles you want to put with Mother's Day. And we're just very thankful that you are alive and well and things are working well for you. And please stay strong. For those that passed, we just send our condolences for people on this day, which is 7th Mother's Day. And we just want to thank everyone for you and show our appreciation for all the lives you put on this planet, or would have put on this planet, or did put on this planet. Am I supposed to be looking?
This is your camera.
Okay, is my camera there? Okay. So I'm just wanting you people to know that I'm going to bring a lot of producers out here, and we'll be using these cameras here. And they'll be stating their feelings and their heartfelt thoughts about how appreciative they are to you. And prayerfully, Sister Ellie, and then we got Brother Steve, and we got Tom. I was hoping would come out. Ron, I was hoping you would come out on the television, and you people could extend your appreciation. And where are you at, Tom? I see you walking over here. Are you coming on television? Oh, okay. Okay, thank you, Ron. Ron, would you be coming out here on the air? Ron? Anyway, that is what I'm hoping to take place and praying to have take place. So all of these wonderful producers that I work with, and hopefully they can get their information out to you, and hopefully put you on the air, because I really would love to have you on the air. So, is this you coming out, Brother Ron?
Well, we have to get to the right camera first.
Okay, great. So we got you coming on the air, Brother Ron, and hopefully you'll be able as a producer and to present his feelings of joy or whatever.
Right.
And
we didn't make too much noise handling this mic coming out.
oh no, I don't mind. I'm glad we did make noise, so whatever.
Yes, I would like to extend the best possible wishes for all mothers on this Mother's Day.
Amen.
And you certainly have worked for it. They do more work than most other people do, even the people at the office and everything else, trying to keep the family all together and keep things moving smoothly. So
amen.
We want to extend our thanks to you today.
That is fantastic.
And I think that's just about all I have to say right now.
Okay.
But
this is Brother Ron Dorn, which is a producer, and he's been working on our show for many, many years.
oh yeah, I was here at the very beginning.
Yes, yes. And he's been 100% participation and helping get your shows out to you people out there in TV land, and doing great things, and helping other people get their shows up and running for whatever their thoughts, desires would be, and keeping them strong.
Yes.
And I really appreciate you.
Okay.
And I just want the world to know that you got wonderful people such as Brother Ron, that if you got great things you're hoping to accomplish or do, that he's like many of the volunteers that I'll bring on the air that'll be speaking on you and helping you to move forward. He's really fantastic in everything.
Okay.
Go ahead, Brother Ron. Please say some more.
Okay. Yes. Well, again, of course, as I said, we want to wish all the mothers the very best possible. One of the best possible days here. We need to get our mic up here where it works for us. And we want to wish all the mothers the very, very best.
Fantastic.
Yeah. They have earned this day.
Yes, they have.
They certainly have. Okay. I'm going to, let's see if I get somebody to go in and switch to another camera then. I'm going to go back in and do what I'm supposed to do. Otherwise, we'll have a blank screen with a nice mountain in the background. And yes. Okay. All right. I think we need to go to Cecil. If somebody can do that, go to there. We go. And I'll see you later.
Okay. Thank you again, Brother Ryan. Again, here's two more wonderful producers. Yes, Sister Ellie, and this is Brother Ron. Please.
So I just want to say Happy Mother's Day for every mother, mothers who have a lot of children, who have one children, and unfortunately, women like me who doesn't have children, but I love children.
Yes, yes, yes.
She mothers all of us.
Yeah,
not in a bad way. Yeah, and I would like to say thank you for my mom, who is a wonderful mom, and I learned a lot from her, and I'm really blessed to have her. I learn everything what I know. I learn everything from her. The love, how can we love each other? How can we forgive each other? How can we help each other? How can we teach each other?
Yes.
How can we be patient with each other? She had everything, wonderful character, and I just have beautiful memories. And I learned how can I speak. I learned how draw. She showed me. This is my first memory actually from her, my mom.
Yes.
She taught me how can I draw a flower.
Yes.
And I never forget that afternoon. And I was probably 2 years old or something like that. And so I feel blessed to have my mom. It's a little bit far from here, and I always have a bad feeling this time of the year because I wish I be with her and say thank you. But I called her this morning, and I expressed my love.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And appreciation.
Your mom got a wonderful daughter. I want you people out there in TV land to know that.
Yeah. How about you, Cecil?
Oh, my mom's died, but she's a wonderful mom. But she lives in my heart every second of my life. And
what is your first memory about your mom?
Oh, everything. She, even though she's passed, she's never passed. Her life is ended, but it never ended in my heart and mind. And the way of everything that I do is a plan designed with her in mind. Just like these beautiful flowers that you're making reference to regarding your mom, Sister Ellie is the one that made these flowers very possible for everyone to get this out here to you women out here.
This is symbolic to everybody.
Amen.
How about Steve? What is your
well, my mom's no longer with us, but you know, she was very instrumental in my life. You know, I guess most importantly, she made sure we were brought up in the church and spiritual, and that has led to a lot of very good opportunities for me throughout my life. Yes. You know, my early memories, you know, she was always there doing things like birthday parties. She loved sports more than I thought, but I now know why I like sports so much. She was also into technology. I didn't realize it back then. You know, you didn't hear much about technology, but you know, she would find a way to buy a second-handed video camera or recorder, or you know, she was always bringing these things into the house. They may not have been new, but she was always fiddling with them and always wanted to. And I guess that's why we're so comfortable. All my siblings and I are very comfortable with technology and things like that. You know, she was a disciplinarian in the family, so, you know, we don't always have good memories about that, but because we all have grown up and we're all pretty good people, you know, that part of that is due to that also, you know. You know, but we remember her with funness, and we laugh and joke about my mom, my grandma was like a mom to me too. Whenever my mom wasn't there, she was taking care of us. And, you know, it was, you know, the moms and the moms were the matriarchs in the family. So parties and family gatherings and get-togethers. My sister has kind of taken on that role in the family. She's a mom with 2 boys that are grown. You know, my son's mother is very loving, and she's doing well. You know, she's a French and Spanish teacher, and she's prospering and doing well. And my son's godmother is very sweet and always invites us to New Mexico to visit her. And you know, moms in our lives have always and continue to be instrumental. You know, whether they were our special mom or connected to us in some other kind of way, friends. I have nieces who are moms now, you know. I have some grandnieces who are moms now.
That's interesting.
You know, so there's always a lot of kids going on, and that's a special role that they play, and it's always nice to see how excited they are about being a mom and having children, and how much love they share with their children, and how proud they are with their children. And you know, and even though none of them are in the Portland area, thanks to Facebook, I get to see them post things about their kids all the time, and so it's kind of nice to see that. So happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there who are connected to me in some kind of way, or who are not connected to me in some kind of way. We just want to wish you a happy Mother's Day. And let you know how much we appreciate you and all the things you do for your children. And often, you know, a mom is a mom, so when the kids' friends are over, she's still mothering them the same way. So thank you very much.
Amen. Amen. Congratulations, Brother Stephen. Sister Ellie, I really appreciate you all, and thank you for coming on the air to let the people out there in TV land know how wonderful people that you are, and that if you're trying to ever get out to be a professional in being a television producer or a field producer, these are wonderful people here that'll help you move forward in your endeavors. And Brother Tom, we try to get him to come out here. Hopefully maybe he'll come out and say something. And my son Cecil, the third, hopefully he'll come out and say something too. But thank you all very much, Sister Ellie.
Thank you, Cecil.
Okay, thank you, Brother Tom. Hey, Cecil, did you want to come out? Or Tom, did you want to come out? I'm requesting that if they want to come out, the option is there for you to come out and be on the air. And I just want to thank you all. I have my son Cecil here right now.
Hey, how you doing, Dad?
Yeah, you're welcome, son. I'm happy to have you out here. This is my son, Cecil III, just helping me keep everything running very smoothly for myself, because this is Mother's Day, but I'm happy to be alive, and I'm happy to have my son here to help us continue, helping me to continue to move forward. And thank you, Cecil.
You're welcome, Dad. You're welcome. Yeah. So I just want to say happy Mother's Day to my moms and my sisters. Ellie asked a really funny question. First memory I have of my mom, which is my dad's second wife, was actually me being a kid. And you can't tell this now, but when I was younger, I actually had hair, which is hilarious now. And my mom used to, this is my first memory, first memory of her. I used to love to have my hair braided where it had pigtails in it, because I thought it made me look like Bugs Bunny. And that's my first memory of my mom. That's my very first memory, waking up and asking her to do my hair so I could have these 2 little ponytails or 2 little braids in them, so that it reminded me of Bugs Bunny, who was my favorite character, favorite cartoon when I was, I don't know how old, 3, 4, but that's my very first memory of my mom. And that's my maternal mom. Then I want to say my first memory of my dad's third wife, which was my third mom, had to be going over, this is not a Mother's Day memory, but this is just a weird memory, was going over her mother's house for Thanksgiving and having Thanksgiving over her mother's house. And it was just different. You know, you lived with my dad and lived with my grandmother on my dad's side for a long time. And you get used to doing things a certain way with your family. And it's funny when you interact, you know, when you, as again, this is my stepmom, going over and seeing her family and the way they interact. It was just a really fun memory, sitting there and everybody having Thanksgiving, because it was the first time having Thanksgiving with my new mother. And it was just a good time. Then I want to say my dad's fourth wife, Kim, which is my third mom, technically. My first memory of my dad's third wife was being actually over at my grandmother's house, and she was taking us all over there, and she was getting us all, you know, like you do if you're the stepmom and you're taking your kids over to their grandparents who are from their real mom, you know, you've got to get them all primed and prepped, because you want to show that, hey, I'm a good mom too. And it was just a really fun time, because she got us all dressed up and did all the things mothers do to make sure that my kids are presentable. And it was just like, I just remember that. I know other things happened, but that was just a really fun memory, because she was really going through the shebang, making sure that we were dressed and that we were all good and that we looked good and that we were going to be decent. And it was just a fun time. And then my dad's last wife, which unfortunately it was after me and my brothers had grown up. So we hadn't really got to see her as much. But my sister Cornita, who is also a mother, and happy Mother's Day to her, was going to college. And Lori, we'd hop in the car and we'd drive down to Western University. And Lori was always fun, always happy, always just crazy excited to just do anything family related. And it's not my first memory, but it's one of my funnest memories of my dad's fifth wife. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've had a lot of moms. So there's a lot of moms out there, and then I've got a lot of sisters, and they're all mothers now too. So I get tons of memories about my brother's wife. Oh my God, I'm glad my brother's wife is in Japan. She's in Japan, or she might be in Korea right now, which is great, because my first memory of her is completely different. My first memory of my brother and his wife, because she's a Marine, and so she's great, absolutely wonderful with her kids. But she still has that Marine personality where, like, why is your room not done? And why is this not done? There should be an order. And why isn't your bed? Why can't I flip a quarter off your bed? You're like, the kid's like a year. So you're like, doesn't know how to do the bed. doesn't know how to do the boot camp folds on the bed. But it's just really funny, because she's a wonderful mom. But there's just that, I don't know. So many mothers, so many different personalities. It's just wonderful. So thank you to everybody who's a mother, and thank you for all the different personalities you bring to being a mother. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. I'm truly happy you came out here and shared this wonderful information, and was able to acknowledge all these parents and moms and all my ex-wives and everything. But there really was some wonderful women. I'm just very, very happy that you were able to have wonderful memories.
I do. But, and I do want to add this, even though it's Mother's Day, I also want to say, because I lived with my dad from the time I was about 5. So I do want to say thank you to all the dads who are moms, because there are a lot of dads who basically have to cover both those roles. Just like there's a lot of moms who are fathers, so, you know, who dads are gone. So I just want to say thank you to grandparents, uncles, aunts, anyone who's taking on that role and has to be both parents, because, you know, we love you. I love my dad, and that was his job. So we love you guys all for putting us kids first. So thank you.
Amen. Well, you're 100% welcome, Cecil. And we greatly appreciate you and your loving, caring kindness for everything. And I was gonna ask Tom to come out to say something?
I'm not sure. I think Tom's tied up, so I don't think Tom's coming. I don't think Tom's coming out.
Okay. Well, he's 100% welcome if he wants to come out. So I'm letting all you people out there in TV land know that yeah, everyone's welcome to come on the show to air their feelings and thoughts and great things. I'm going to speak about Bruce Broussard a little bit later and show him how much I appreciate him.
Hello, Cecil. I just thought of something in there.
Okay, go ahead, Brother
I
Ron.
would like to. I have a couple of female cousins.
Yes.
And I want to wish them a happy
Yes.
Mother's Day. And they are, of course, the mothers of my cousins. And so I want to welcome. I want to wish them a great Mother's Day.
Wonderful. I'm glad you came out there really acknowledging them because they are terrific family members.
Oh, hey, thank you. Yeah, I'm not used to talking on TV, so I'm a little stuttering all over the place.
Well, you sound fantastic all the time.
Okay, thank you. All right, well, I'm going to get back in the studio and do my job here.
Well, okay. Thank you very much, Brother Tom. Thank you very, Brother Ron, and thank his two cousins for everything too, because he's got wonderful cousins. So, in this, you come back out, Sister Ellie.
Would you like to play back the last week's show?
What? Oh yeah, I was going to speak on Bruce Broussard. Okay, and let people know that he's running for Bruce Broussard is running for office in Multnomah County in District Number 4, and I'm really praying that he wins or hopes that he wins. He's been very instrumental in trying to win and do whatever it takes to win, and he's with PCM or Portland Community Media, and he's doing some great things, and I'm just 100% behind him on his success. And tomorrow is the 14th, which is Monday, and hopefully he'll get elected or someone will get elected. But my prayers to everyone, but my prayers especially extended to him because he's brought many people on my show and Hopeful Community for Justice show to air their feelings or thoughts or try and help people communicate what they feel, and I just hope that everything goes well for Brother Bruce Broussard. And tomorrow, which is the 14th of the month, it'll be time for people to elect for whatever position that people are looking for. He's in number 2 spot, and he's Multnomah County second, and we're just hoping that Brother Bruce Broussard wins or move forward into winning. And all you people that are claiming yourself to be his friend or telling him how much you care about him or love him or think the world of him, this is an opportunity to convey your feelings and help to get his message across to everyone and anyone. So, Sister... Oh, Brother Bruce, were we all set up out here? And please,
get in the middle right there.
Yeah, please do. Yeah. Okay, you got the mics and everything sitting right here ready to go. Please let the people know.
Are you on right now?
We're on the air right now, live. Yes.
Sit on down there. In fact, no, this is a good time. See, thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Could you convey and let them know that you're running and this is Brother Bruce Broussard and
he can always talk about Tony can talk about
and Tony, we want to thank Brother Tony for being here today because Tony was the one that was making sure that everyone that's running for offices.
He had the candidates fair. He had the candidates fair.
Candidates fair. He was in charge of that. And
Yes.
so we just really want to show you our appreciation.
Yes.
Shake hand and thank you for everything.
Thank you. Yes, because you one of the shows.
Yeah,
you one of the shows.
You're right. You're right on the air now. Tell all the people about it.
Yes.
I want the people to know that they still got to get out and vote.
Yes.
May 15th.
Very much so. Yes.
We got 48 hours left. Now we got the candidate form up on Focus Justice, and it's also at sttv.biz.
Yes.
So you can go and hear from their mouth what they're saying.
Yes, absolutely.
You don't have to guess it. You can go sttv.biz and pull it up.
Right.
And you'll hear what those candidates are saying. Because they're the people that's going to be representing you.
Absolutely.
They're making the policies, procedures, and believe it or not, they're representing policies and procedures that's going to happen to our children.
Yes.
Oh, big time.
Children. children.
Yes.
It's just not just today.
No. We've got some tough times right now.
Yes.
We've got the whole issue of gentrification is a major issue.
Yes.
And as you can see, that we still have that issue, and we're not having anyone to address that. And that was one thing I appreciated about the show you did the other day. And by the way, Oregon Order Digest was part of your piece that you put the piece to.
Absolutely.
But the whole idea was that you were trying to bring those issues out and whatever to all the candidates. And I might add that some of the candidates didn't show up.
Right.
And we make sure that they need to know that while we were doing this, because with the 3 shows that we're talking about, a greater majority of our viewers, if you will, happen to be African American.
Okay.
Even though we are diverse, we talk across the board on issues across the board.
Absolutely.
All 3 of
Yes,
us,
yes.
for that matter. But the bottom line is that we've got some major issues here in District Number 2, if you will. We got the mental illness aspect of it. I mean, we are ground zero for all this stuff. We got the district pretty well sit all in the city of Portland, in the District 2. It's the largest district in Multnomah County.
Okay.
It's the largest district in Multnomah County. Right. So when you start talking about mental illness, when you start taking all the issue with the homelessness, this, that, and the other. In fact, when you talk about Wapato, Wapato is part of District Number 2.
Right.
And that's one of the reasons why part of my platform is Wapato.
Now, to kind of let the people know what Wapato is.
Wapato was a jail that was, some years ago, about 14 years or so ago, they built this jail, in all due respect, for the overload and this, that, and the other. But for political reasons, it just stayed closed.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that was a lot of money. It's about $50-some million, if you will.
Right.
And then at the end of the day, they sold it for $5 million. I'm just going to do a quick note.
Exactly.
For $5 million, but in all due respect, things have happened, and that was part of my platform. And I'm very much involved in right now a gentleman by the name of Homer Williams, who's very much in focusing on homelessness, was now the lead guy, and the person who bought it, a guy named Wally Keyhole, an investor, bought it, but he basically flipped it over, and a gentleman by the name of Gordon Snitzer bought it. So he bought it from Wally. And then gave it to Homer Williams.
So now what are they going to do with it?
What they're doing, they're going to basically put together a homeless, if you will, vetting program. Vetting program for the homeless.
Okay.
The whole idea, take them off the street. Find out who's on the street.
Absolutely.
Who's on the street and what are the problems. That's what we need to do.
Exactly.
And then once we've done that, then they can direct them over here and here and here. And the county sheriff, that's their job, if you will.
Okay.
So when the police department picks them up, the sheriff is the one that basically do the same thing, vet them, send them to the judges and this and that. Other. But in the case of the homeless, the same thing. So the police department, the idea is that right now, there are no laws that says that if you throw stuff on the street and this, that, and the other, that they can't pick them up.
Right.
But I really think they need to have some kind of a law.
Okay.
This way that'll give them the justification to pick them up. But the other is they'll be giving them to picking them up and taking them to Wapato. So that means that because now the county doesn't own Wapato now anymore. Because this guy bought it. But the whole idea, they can buy beds.
So it's a private industry.
It's a private industry, but they should be buying beds. They're going to lease some beds, if you will, for the mental illness and for those people who are going to be vetting. And maybe put together a training program over there. Teach them skills and things of that nature. But the whole idea is to get them off the street.
Absolutely.
And then hopefully get it in such a fashion, create some jobs for these guys and, get them back in their homes if necessary. But at the same time, when they're creating these jobs and whatever, one of those jobs, especially if they go through the sheriff's department, you send over there, will be to put them orange uniforms on and pick that garbage up. So you got to pick that garbage up,
clean up the highways,
clean them up.
Yeah,
pay them
absolutely.
$14 an hour. $10 would go into the cleanup. You got them for paying the deals,
Right.
and then the other $5 goes in their bank account.
Now, is this co-ed? Is just for men? It's going to be
co-ed. Both of them.
So it sounds like they're going to be able to get some skills, make some money, transition their way out of this housing, and get their own place eventually. That's a beautiful. And how many people do it? How many? It's like 700 beds.
It's 500 people right
500
there,
beds.
but it's on a 20-acre parcel.
And
then you can even use a whole bunch of that stuff. In fact, again, like I said, that's part of my platform.
Right.
The whole idea, they can get the governor involved.
Absolutely.
Because the whole idea, they got the National Guard. She's got the National Guard. The National Guard could actually set up a camp.
Okay.
On those grounds.
Okay.
And bring all of those military guys in, the medical, the doctors, all that stuff.
Whatever they need.
And help them, you know, i.e. vet those people.
So they can actually service more than
They can serve, oh yeah, big time, big time.
More people.
They can put a bigger tent, because see, for instance, I know Homer Williams in the process of putting a bigger tent, trying to organize a bigger tent for downtown.
Okay.
You saw that one, see what I'm saying?
Yes.
But the National Guard, that's all they have. That's part of their job.
Yeah.
So let them do a training exercise over in that facility and put it, so when they get through vetting, they just roll up the tent, take it back.
Take it back.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
So the whole idea, because the thing is that we keep hearing this business about, well, we need housing for the homeless.
Right.
Well, wait a minute now. Let's not don't mess with that dream. Everybody has a dream to own a home.
Exactly.
You don't want to put that in the same arena to a certain degree, but you do want to make sure you get them out of that weather. You know what I'm saying? And find out what their problem is. That's a very important piece.
Very important.
So that's a very serious deal.
Okay. Very important.
So that's happening here in our district,
Right
district
now.
number 2.
Right.
Okay?
What's another issue that's kind of pertinent that's going on
Well,
right now?
mental illness is huge.
Okay.
Because those folks don't have a place to go. They need help, big
Okay.
time.
Now, what happened to this hospital that they built down in Salem?
Well, with all due respect, but they're doing something. But the bottom line is that we don't have nothing here locally.
Locally, okay.
This is the metropolitan area.
Right.
Aspect of it.
This is where the bulk of
this
it
is
is
where
happening
you see
at. Okay.
people walking across the street.
Right.
You don't know what to do. You know this,
Right.
that, and the other.
Right.
It's a sad note. People getting shot. Look at the homeless guy that got shot in a facility.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
There were 10 officers. I was a little disappointed about that piece. I was a little concerned about that
Right.
piece because one of those officers was a county sheriff.
Okay.
And you know, the county sheriff is not supposed, they're not Portland police.
Exactly.
They should not have been in that arena. You know, if they want to be in that arena, what they maybe should have a kind of a squad or a unit that says when they hear something about a homeless person, they get in that truck and they go just like an ambulance. They would go to that site,
right,
and they would be their charge. They would be in charge to pick up that person. They would have the training and this, that, and the other. Not Portland police,
right?
Because those folks are not familiar with, i.e., the mental illness,
right?
You know, kind of like, in all due respect, shoot first and ask questions later. I hate to put it that way,
and we're tired of it.
And we can't have that anymore. And so it's like two sides. You know, you got one issue, we got the city of Portland, and the other one you got the county. That's a county issue.
Okay.
That's where they should. The county should deal involved in it. Don't get out there shooting anybody. You don't that kind of a deal.
Right.
Okay?
Right now, let's let the people know how important it is. May 15th.
Well, yeah, that's
how
a very important piece.
This elections are, because people, you know, sometimes it seems like people just think, well, the only time I want to vote, the reason I have to wear my sunshade, because it's 88 degrees in Portland, Oregon. Right now. It's beautiful. Y'all might see the mountain in the back, but it's sun shining outside.
Absolutely, yes.
It's beautiful.
Right. That's true.
But, you know, people sometimes think, well, the only time I want to vote is time for the president or vice president. But kind of share how important these midterm elections, these May elections is for
It's very, very important because, now let me tell you about the tools. That's the other thing, too, I want to just throw out on the table.
Okay.
If you got some money, this is one candidate that's running within our district.
All right.
That's got big money.
Okay.
This is $30,000 a piece.
Okay.
How much?
4 or 5, about 30,000.
30,000.
To basically to mail to all of the folks in the district.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Now, if you don't have that kind of money, and let's say we got some very qualified people that are running in this district. I happen to be one.
Okay.
Sharon
Maxwell.
Maxwell is running.
Miss Garcia.
Garcia is running.
Yes.
You know, and these folks know issues. I know issues. They know issues. But the bottom line is, I got to lay it out right off the bat, is that this lady's from India. I don't have nothing personally against anybody coming in here because she's an immigrant.
Okay.
But the fact of the matter is, we got a community here that got some major problems.
Right.
Okay.
And we, in all due respect, when we had the candidates fair, she didn't show up.
Right.
She doesn't show up.
That's true.
So she just sends these flyers out with pretty pictures, if you will. You got my point?
Okay.
And that's not going to work.
Right.
See what I'm saying? This is what you need. This is the Bible to a certain degree.
Okay.
This is the voter's pamphlet that you get.
Now, don't y'all get offended
No,
because you used the word the Bible now.
No, it's
okay.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, right.
Keep
Right.
it straight.
People out
Keep
there
it straight.
say this man have prepared the book.
But my point is that the establishment,
Absolutely.
the folks who are trying to buy, I'm making it very clear. They're trying to buy the seat.
Right.
Yes. Okay.
See, all I'm saying is that, and I've been around, you've been around, Cecil's been around.
Right.
All I'm saying is that whoever gets elected, you got a job to do.
Right.
It's not going to be one of those deals where you just come in and buy it and think I'm just going to sit back and do what you're told.
Okay.
No, you're going to do your job. I'm not going nowhere.
100%.
You're going to be here on your show.
Right.
You're going to be on your show, and I'm going to be on my show.
Right.
If I'm there, the job gets done.
Gets done.
Because the bottom line is I want to keep doing this once a month anyway.
Right.
You get my point? We need to get some communication with whoever's going to be sitting in that seat. And right now I'm concerned because she hasn't been showing up to any of the so-called gatherings, just especially gatherings in this area.
Yes.
You know my
Okay.
point? She hadn't walked the street here. She's just not familiar.
Okay.
And like her,
Right.
but that's not the place. The people who are supporting her, all the unions, she got all the endorsements and this, that, and the other.
So how is she getting endorsements from all the unions, and she's not going out canvassing, if you will, with the people and getting to know them?
It's called politics.
Okay. So the viewing artists understand.
We don't need a politician.
Okay. Okay.
We need someone that knows what's going on.
Absolutely,
So come in. In fact, she's writing it right now. I mean, you got as you say, you got a few more hours, if you will. Come down on Cecil's show.
Yeah,
come on
100%.
your show. Come on my show.
Community for
I'm
Justice.
here today.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
inviting her in. I'm inviting her now.
Right.
Okay.
I don't want to see this.
Right.
I want to see the human being. I want to see the
Absolutely.
person.
Yes.
And she has to be asked questions. If she's got some problems with that,
Right.
then guess what you got to do? You give it up.
Got you.
See, that's why I'm bringing up this issue. This should not be my responsibility to do that.
Right.
I happen to be a candidate. I want people to ask me questions. What have I done?
Absolutely.
What have I
Yes,
done?
yes.
And that's the kind of stuff, the kind of folks that we need today. Loretta was there.
Okay.
She done a lot of stuff with kids
Okay.
during the summer and things of that nature. She's running for city council. That's the seats that we're all vying for.
Okay.
See, so that's very, very important that someone replace Loretta that knows what's happening in
Yes.
this district.
In the district.
In the whole district,
Right.
don't get me wrong, but there are certain specific areas that that have had some tough times in the past.
Okay.
And excuse the French, they've always made the point about how white the city was, and in all the contingents of African Americans that have lived in the state has pretty well been identified with Northeast Portland. You see what I'm saying? Not that it's just a black area, a black district, but the fact of the matter is we want to be able to represent. These are struggling folks for years.
Now, you mentioned there's been some issues in the area. What are some of the issues? We know the homeless issue, the mental health issue. What are a couple of other issues?
Well, the housing, the whole
okay.
issue. You know, in all due respect, we need a 3-star panel, if you will, a panel that really talk to the issue of gentrification.
Okay.
You hear the word,
Yes.
but a lot of folks don't really explain what does that really mean.
What does it mean?
Yeah, well, in all due respect,
Okay.
it means things like being able to rent,
Okay.
being able to, in many ways, that was an urban renewal area. You know, when we was at the Observer, I basically said, okay, fine, let's put an address on it.
Okay.
You got my point? And that urban renewal area, when you think about PDC, you
Right.
heard of PDC, right?
Yes.
That was put together to do one thing, to make sure that folks in that community would get into home ownership.
Okay.
All that money went to this area.
Right.
But no one, there's basically all after a certain period of time, it went downtown, did it?
But downtown. Okay.
See, so we just need to revisit,
Right.
go back to that time. And a lot of that money is still sitting in that area. But in all due respect, the present mayor is taking it a little at a time.
And putting it where?
And putting it elsewhere.
Like
in other
where?
parts of the city. Southeast,
Okay.
southwest,
Okay.
northwest. You see what I'm saying? So my point is that we just need we need a 3-star committee, if you will, to sit down. In fact, even the mayor,
Okay.
Hey, look, I want him to organize, put a mayor, and really talk to this whole issue of gentrification,
Okay. Now, when you say he's putting the money elsewhere, what, into other homes?
housing,
projects?
all kinds of stuff. Got my
Okay,
point? Yeah.
okay.
See, a lot of folks are even getting upset about the bicycle lane thing.
Okay.
See, but no one's able to talk to
Now,
anybody.
what's the issue
right.
about the bicycles?
Well, the bottom line is that the fact of the matter is that you can't drive down the way. You still got to go to work.
Okay.
That kind of a deal. And a lot of, all due respect, we got a lot of senior citizens now.
Okay.
They can't get on no bike, if you will, and ride down this, that, and the other. And the crime situation is always still an issue to a certain degree. And our education system is an issue. So there's some major issues here.
Okay.
Because we're the only major school. We are the largest school district in the state of Oregon, and yet and still we don't even have a voc ed in the school system.
Now,
All these other schools have voc ed. That's
Right.
a very important piece.
Right.
Because that's the motivating factor for you to pick up a book and read it.
Right.
Because if you're auto mechanics and whatever,
Okay.
you got to pick up a book and
read
read this kind of stuff, right? And that's the motivation that you get those kids, and that gets them out of trouble.
Right. Okay.
And put trade in there.
Now, that Miss Garcia was speaking about that, the trade, and you as well was speaking about bringing those trades back.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
But
yeah.
You talked about something about pre-prentice.
Yeah. See,
this kind of goes with that.
Yeah, that's trade. See, normally the union trade, when you hear it, it's an apprenticeship program to get in it.
Okay.
That's a civic. But they came up with this new thing when so-called affirmative action came in.
Okay.
Pre-apprentice.
Pre-apprentice.
There's no such animal.
Okay.
There's no such thing as a pre-apprentice.
Okay.
Because I've asked many of the union guys, well, look, where'd you go to school? I went to apprentice.
Right.
I didn't go no pre-apprentice.
So that's just a terminology that
They use for the affirmative action thing.
Okay, gotcha.
And that's where they put minorities, and a lot of times they give contracts, I'll be right up front with you, to some of the local folks.
Okay.
You hear some of the local folks, well, I got to come over here and do the pre-apprentice,
Right.
and they're not even in the trade.
Okay, so that pre-apprentice is really not.
It's not doing anything. We need apprenticeship program.
Absolutely.
And because that's who they are. They're solid as a rock. I mean, you could get a career, a retirement, the whole 9 yards.
Okay.
But that pre-apprentice is the thing that doesn't get you into the mainstay. You can get vested, all that good stuff.
Right.
See what I mean? You pre-apprentice. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, there's no work.
So when it's time to go into the apprentice, you can't even get in there. Because this pre-apprentices doesn't mean anything, basically.
You just basically say, look, I don't want to be there.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So those are the kinds of things we need to talk, and those are the kinds of things we want these candidates to talk about.
So you keep bringing her up because you really want to sit down and talk to her, huh?
Well, no, that's not my job.
Right.
I filed to run for office.
The community.
No, I filed to run for office.
Okay.
And all I say is one thing.
Right.
Look at my resume.
Right.
And look at everybody who's running for that office. Look at the resume. That's what your jobs are, and to a certain degree with me, because I'm also talking. I just want to know one thing. When you come in the front of me to interview, show me your resume for the job.
For the job.
If you don't have no resume, you shouldn't have been running.
Okay, that
I'm
makes
just
sense.
being just
That's
straight up
it.
with
That
you.
makes
You know
sense.
what I'm
That
saying?
makes sense.
And I'm not trying to take anything. I'm saying, look, I like the competition.
Exactly.
But show me your resume.
Show your resume.
Yes.
Right.
Don't come up here saying, well, I might have done this, or I just talked the talk. No. What do you walk the walk?
Yeah, absolutely. Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Yeah, that's right.
We're not trying to hear all
Yeah,
that.
see, when you make a statement, I've been, on the jobs and OJT. Well, what are you talking about?
Exactly.
What's the difference between an apprentice and a pre-apprentice?
Right. That's why I asked you to kind of explain that.
I built the senior citizen complex.
Okay.
I rehabbed houses. I've done that. I'm serious about that stuff. See that? So my point is that that's the real world.
Absolutely.
But if you don't have that on your resume and say, well, I'm thinking about doing it. No, we don't need no thinking about doing it and trying to OJT on the job while you elected. We don't need nobody that's on the job training.
Right.
This is serious stuff. You got to be working.
Ready to go.
Ready to go.
Yes.
Right. See what I'm saying? And in fact, one statement was, in all due respect, just this candidate was, I heard that people are sensitive about my knowing blacks, what blacks are all about. This was said in the Oregonian, and said, well, gee whiz, but I don't know that much about blacks, but I'm willing to listen to somebody who I got to learn and talk to somebody who's black to tell me about it. Well, you can't have that kind of situation. Give me a break.
Yeah.
Can she call you? Can she call you?
Yes, she can call me.
Yes,
she can call me.
You gonna teach her? You gonna teach
I
her?
can't teach her.
No, that's what she's saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No,
I can't teach her.
No. The thing is, when you file and run for office,
right,
you got to be able to have a resume.
Absolutely.
I keep making that point.
Right.
See, I don't want to look. I'm not anti her.
Right.
I'm just saying we got a system that doesn't solve our problems.
Right.
Yeah. And
I
that's
don't
what
even
we're gonna do.
see if you don't know anything about Russians or all the other immigrants, you got a problem. If you can't communicate with these folks, you got a problem. You shouldn't be running for office.
Right.
I'm just being straight up.
Absolutely.
Right,
Yes.
see?
It's very, very important. Be
And so
straight up. Let people
there's no
know.
personality with me.
Right.
Yes.
You see, when you represent me, I pay taxes too.
Oh, gotcha.
See, so when the moment you take the office, I want to know, well, look, I want those homeless off the street right now.
Right now.
I don't
How's
know.
this going to happen?
That's what I'm
What's
saying.
your plan to make this happen?
I've said what I said.
Right.
I've been working on the Wapato. I've met with the Homo Williams.
Okay.
I'm working with them now.
Okay.
I've gone out and shook their hands, the homeless
Absolutely,
folks, and
yes,
find out
yes.
who's on the street.
Yes.
And
And
why
see
they
the
on the
drugs
street.
and why are they on the
Right.
street. And I haven't seen too many people welcome. I don't expect the woman to do the things like I do.
Right. And what it would take to help them get off the street.
Exactly.
When you talk to the people, they're going to tell you.
Exactly.
Right.
And you can't walk up to a man sitting on the street if he can't look at you in the eye and you worse than he is.
That's true. That's true.
Right.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
can't even talk with him. No, I can say, get up, man, get up. What's your problem?
There's
Yeah.
families out
That's
there,
true.
too. That's
That's
homeless
right.
Yeah,
families.
family and kids.
Yes.
You got a whole
Families
bunch
and
of,
children.
it's
Yeah,
insane.
everybody, yes.
When we had dogs and cats that were straying all over the streets and whatever, what did we do? We addressed the issue. We got the Humane Society now.
Exactly.
They pick them all up.
Yes.
We don't have that anymore. Now we got human beings out there, kids and moms and all kinds of
families
folks
out there.
See, I mean, so what's the problem, Mr. Mayor? What's the problem, Commissioner? You've been there. You've been there 8 years and 10 years.
Problem. Yeah, let's solve the
No, he
problem.
seems to be addressing the issue. Is it?
You said the word seems. That bothers me.
Right.
What's seem? When I drive down my street, I see a whole bunch of issues.
Right. Well, I have read where plans that he has put in place to kind of address the issues in stages, so to speak.
No. Look. You don't have to go through those stages in this business.
Okay.
Okay? You pick them up.
Right.
And in fact, if you want to, as far as I'm concerned,
Now, when you
the
say
county,
pick them up, are you talking about pick the people up?
I'm saying physically pick everybody off the street.
And where you gonna put them?
If anything, in all due respect, under our system, that's the sheriff's responsibility.
Okay, now you talking about locking people up?
No, ain't no locking.
I'm trying to clarify because people are hearing what you're saying.
No.
We want to make sure that
if you broke the law, you're gonna get locked up.
Okay.
You're gonna get locked up.
Okay.
You know,
So-
but my point is that when you got homeless folks, in all due respect, all you have to do, and I know the process.
Okay.
And you go down to the sheriff department, ask them to go through the pickup system.
Okay.
You know, when they come and vet those folks. 'Cause
Okay.
every time they pick a person up, the police takes them there, they pat them down. They take your name and all this, that, and the other, find out what you are.
Right.
If you're homeless, or if not that, if you mentally illness, they got a pad
Right.
that they lock it up. They just don't let you just go out and mingle with everybody because they got to take care of you.
Now you mentioned the word vet.
Vetting
People. Can you kind of explain to the people what that means?
Vetting people basically says, well, who are you? Do you
Okay,
have Social
gotcha.
Security? I mean, all that kind of good stuff.
Okay.
In fact, they check out your record, see if you had a past, if you're a criminal or whatever.
Right.
Okay.
But my point is, what's your problem?
When they pick them up, they do this process.
They vet that. They do
vet-
that whole
okay,
process.
Okay.
And that's the job of the sheriff.
The sheriff, not the Portland Public
No,
Police.
no.
Okay,
The police, when they pick you up, they take you to the sheriff's office.
Okay.
And when they vet you, they say, okay, fine, you did this or this, and then, okay, fine, now we're going to assign you judges. We're going to assign you to court. You go to court such a day
Okay.
to face the judge. And then
Okay.
the judge, i.e., makes the sentence. If you committed a crime, a big one, then you go down to OSP.
Okay.
Or you go over here, or you go over there.
And this is the homeless we're talking about.
No, anybody.
Anybody.
Okay,
Okay.
you got to pick up everybody.
Got to pick up everybody.
See, the definition of homeless, that's what I'm saying. You don't know who's homeless.
Got you.
You got to pick everybody up. We use the word homeless, kind of who are they? But the first thing, children and mothers and that needs to be picked up.
Oh, speaking of mothers, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
Mother's Day.
All the mothers. We just want to say
I'll be
happy.
ready. Somebody's waiting for me?
Happy Mother's Day out there
Oh,
to.
look, boy, we really going
Yes.
good.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
Okay, yeah, good.
But
Are you getting my point now?
yes. And I hope the people. That's why I'm asking these questions.
No, it's good.
Yes.
It's good. Because see, that's what I'm saying. I know the flow.
Yes.
See, the thing that people don't realize when they pick you up, like the Portland police put you in jail. The Portland police does not put you in jail.
Okay, so you got that right, people. The Portland police do not put you in jail.
They take you to the county.
To the county, okay?
To the county.
Yes.
And at the sheriff department, they vet you.
Okay.
They book you in.
Okay.
They book you in,
Book you
and
in.
he's got the deal. Say this is what the person did, and this and the other. But they book you in, and they take that sheet that supposedly what you've done, whatever, and that's part of it becomes part of your file.
Okay.
And then after they vet you, clean you up, give you a good bath,
Right.
give you clean clothes,
Gotcha.
and then they'll assign you to a judge.
To the judge.
Then you have to go before the judge, and then the judge is the one that says, okay, fine, now you got to go to jail.
Now, how do that person that picked up that's homeless get to a homeless place where they can get some help?
Well,
the same process?
The same process.
Okay.
The same process.
Got
and all
it.
I'm just saying, since Wapato was already there,
Right.
and sure, it was a kind of a vet. I call it a vetting facility. That was for the county to begin with, for any overflows. Because a lot of times when that thing was built, they were thinking. Like Dan Sterling was there at the time. There was a lot of things in there during the weekends and this, that, and the other. So they had an overflow. They didn't have enough beds. So guess what they did? They were releasing folks. They'd go in there and kind of release the lesser ones, that kind of a deal.
Okay.
And they were right back doing the same deal.
Same thing.
See,
Gotcha.
so in all due respect, when they get picked up, they should be doing. If you do the crime, you do the time.
Right.
Very simple. See?
Gotcha.
So Wapato would take care of that overflow. In addition to this other thing, some of those folks are going to be released.
Right.
And once if they're vets and they've got their Social Security and they got their benefits, and some of them didn't get their benefits, then guess what? They'll direct them right to the VA.
Okay.
You see
So
what I'm
this
saying?
can be like a resource.
Oh, it's a big time.
Okay,
It's
got
huge.
you. Yeah.
So this is not jailing people.
Got you. Want to be clear, people.
This is being humane, humane, and cleaning our city up.
Okay, and that's
Because
what
you can't walk out your doors. What about the seniors walking outside? They can't go to the store.
Right.
People getting shot. I mean, in all due respect, the police shouldn't be having to deal with anyway about the mentally ill anyway.
Right.
That's not their job.
That's not their job, exactly.
But if somebody pulls a knife, they're trained another way.
Right, right, right.
But if you got the sheriff department, that's their job for mental illness. They would know how to deal with it. I mean, I got a little training in the Marine Corps.
Right.
I wouldn't shoot it.
So there's
I
people.
just hit you upside the head.
So there's people in the sheriff department that are trained to deal with mental.
They do.
That's what they do. Got you.
That's their job.
That's their job.
See, a lot of folks don't know. See, that's what I'm saying. The county has to lease some beds with this private entity. We got to work with this private entity. Beforehand, they were doing it, and they didn't do the job. That place should have been utilized a long time ago.
Yeah, because it's been around 20 years.
That's right.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Apostle?
It's been around about 20 years so far.
Okay.
So we've been need to put that in motion
we got
right
to get
now.
that thing in motion. Right. But everybody plays them little games, well, it's going to be a jail. And I heard a bunch of, I've talked to guys down there on 8th and Burnside, by the elephant.
Right.
A whole bunch of homeless down there. I sit down there and shoot the breeze. And some of the guys say, well, man, I don't want to go to no jail anymore. I said, man, that's not no jail.
Right.
Brother, you got to get off this street, man.
Get off the streets, yes.
You know what I'm saying? You can't be doing this kind of stuff. This is not helping you out. You shooting right here. I'm looking at him.
Got you.
Where you gonna go? Exactly. What you gonna do?
What you gonna do?
You can't be sitting there, excuse the French, urinating on a tree in the front of.
Right.
There's a little park there for kids right on 8th and Burnside.
It is.
And while all these folks are sitting up there doing that, shooting needles and all kinds of things, I say pedophile because they got benches around where folks are just sitting there looking at these kids.
Right.
And they got to have security there so these people don't get snatched.
Absolutely.
It's insulting.
Exactly.
I mean, if I get there, they're gonna get all picked up.
Right. Picked up, taken care of, and start transitioning you back into society.
That's right, exactly.
That's what.
Exactly.
Yes,
and we're not doing that.
Exactly.
And
everybody needs a helping hand.
Everybody needs a helping hand. Well, the cats and dogs did.
Right. Everybody needs a helping hand.
So human beings should be able to get a helping hand, right? Is that fair?
That's fair.
See, so that's why. So my point to you is this: that's why it's so serious that you vote this time.
Absolutely.
But make sure you read the resume.
And
this is a different kind of resume here.
Well, when I made reference and I was speaking about Brother Bruce Broussard and about all the wonderful things that I'm praying that hopefully that you would get elected or be elected, because I think the world of you, and I've been dealing with you for many years.
I appreciate it.
And I just really look forward to you putting your best foot forward as you've been doing, trying to help people move forward. And I know he's used to dealing with anybody and everybody and hoping their success. So if you're trying for whatever office that you're running for, that he's been very supportive of that effort. But I just wanted to put his own best foot forward to get his message across.
Yes, I appreciate that, Cecil.
And that's why it's so important on Powerful Community for Justice. I really think the world of you, Brother Bruce Broussard, and I really would love for you to win because we can see all the things that you find favorable to all people, right, coming out of your mouth, from our mouth, from your mouth to their ears.
Appreciate
that. Today is Mother's Day.
That's right.
Today is the 13th, but at the same time, as you were saying, my brother, you was talking about the 15th. And I was only thinking about the 14th, but it's on the 15th.
Tuesday.
So hopefully you'll win that position.
Well, let me share this with you. One real quick note.
Go ahead.
I'm not just running for me. I'm running for all of us.
And which you're doing.
I'm just saying,
absolutely.
I just got enough guts, if you will, to put my name down and say I'm running.
Amen.
Don't look at me, because I'm gonna live. I'm gonna keep eating.
Yes.
But my point is that I'm more concerned about who's going to be sitting in that seat. To
And
address the same issues that we're talking about that would like to be in this seat that I'm sitting in right now.
Absolutely.
And I want to say one more time, if you want to hear what the candidates are saying,
that's right.
Go to STTV.
Well, some.
.biz, some of them, and you can hear what these candidates. You got 48 hours to left. This is very important.
That's very important.
Very important.
And today, I'm just getting the fact that it was the 15th, because I was saying the 14th, but it's the 15th.
Yes.
Brother Bruce Broussard, thank you for coming.
Yes. I got 2 candidates.
We got 4 minutes. 4 minutes.
2 candidates going.
We got.
Thanks, Cecil.
Okay, Brother Broussard, we appreciate you. My prayers are for you.
Okay. You can go close your show
Oh,
out
no,
now.
my brother, please,
You only got a
continue.
couple minutes. They're closing you out.
Yeah, well, we got about 3 minutes left. So go ahead and whatever you like to say. I greatly appreciate you having come on the show.
Apostle, it's always a pleasure. Like I said, I was in the studio, and they said the Apostle was over here, so I just want to come over and just certainly thank you
Amen.
for the
Thank you
opportunity
again.
because
Thank
that
you.
candidate forum was so huge. A lot of good feedback from people. The people were here to ask the candidates questions. The candidates answered the questions, and as a mediator that day, I thought it was important that the community be here.
Amen.
To ask
Yes, you
these
did.
people questions.
Yes, yes.
Because they are representing us. They're representing our children. They're in our city halls. They're making policies and procedures.
Yes.
That's going to affect us not only today, 4 years, 5 years to now. I mean, things are being put in place.
Absolutely.
There's a process.
Thank you.
So you also share some of that time with us, Poor Folk for Justice, and we really appreciate you doing that.
Well, you're such a wonderful orator, and you got your message across, and I was just 100% in respect for your moving forward with everything, and I think you did a fine show.
Thank you, sir.
And I'm just happy you're here today.
Oh, yeah.
To because I was speaking on Brother Bruce Broussard, but brother, I was just trying to show you my appreciation.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
anything that you want to say or feel, I want you to get your message out there.
Oh, people,
And
please
could
go
you
out and
repeat
vote.
that address or that information?
sttv.biz, and it's all the candidates that were there, and they're talking about their issues, and you're hearing the questions, you're hearing what they say. It's not you don't have to say what Tony Brown said or Apostle Cecil said. You can hear it coming from them.
Absolutely,
You
yes.
just plug in right there and hear what's coming in. People, please go out and vote.
Yes.
Please go out and vote.
Very
It is so important.
Yes.
People have died
Yes.
for you to vote, for me to vote.
100%, yes,
People
sir.
died. Put
You
their
said
lives on the line.
100% right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you don't like the conditions, the only way you can change the conditions is to get out and vote.
Right, right.
Start
right.
the process. Teach your children how to vote. Teach them what. I was glad that some of the young people were here so they can see the process of how it goes
Yes.
and what it takes.
Yes. Oh, you did a fine job. You got to help the people get the message out
Yeah,
there.
we can't take it for granted. We can't
Absolutely,
take that
yeah.
vote. If we took it, why do you think that they're putting so many barriers? They call it barriers in place to stop people from voting. Why? Because they know how important your vote is.
Yes.
Get out and vote. These candidates are asking for your vote. Get out, ask them. Why do you need my vote? What are you going to do for me? So you got 48 hours to get out and see. sttv.biz. Apostle, appreciate you so much.
Thank
man.
you very,
It's
very
powerful
much.
what you're
You're
doing.
100%
Poor Folk for
welcome.
Justice.
Yes, yes,
yeah,
yes.
absolutely.
And thanks for everything. And I'm very happy that you gentlemen all came on.
Oh, yeah.
To continue to convey the message that need to be put out there for all people of concern to get the understanding of what's going on right now.
Absolutely. Beautiful day. 88 in Portland, Oregon.
Amen.
We're here with Poor Folks for Justice. Apostle Cecil Hatchett.
All right. Thank you again. We'll see you later.
Oh, man.